All right, everybody, how's it going? It is Tuesday, February 4th, 2025, and of course, we're a week removed from the NFC and AFC championship games, so that means we're just a week away from the Super Bowl now. This coming Sunday will be Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. Of course, we know it'll be the Chiefs taking on the Eagles. The Chiefs are looking at their opportunity for a three-peat, and the Eagles are looking to avenge themselves after 2 years ago when they lost to the Chiefs in a really good Super Bowl game, so hopefully we get kind of a repeat of that game. Hopefully, maybe we don't see the Chiefs win. However, it's really tough to stop history, and we'll see if the Eagles can do it again. A precarious place in history the Eagles find themselves. They didn't technically stop the Patriots three-peating back in, 2018 when they won their Super Bowl, their first one. What happened was the Patriots beat the Falcons, lost to the Eagles, then beat the Rams. They played in 3 straight. But because the Eagles won that middle one, then the Patriots didn't have. But if you look at it from kind of like a larger perspective, the Eagles prevented a three-peat from the Patriots. Now, that was literally the last dynasty. Then we transitioned into the Chiefs dynasty. So now we're looking at this cool situation of, can the Eagles prevent actual history here and stop a three-peat? You know what I mean? Like, that's a pretty cool spot to find yourself in if you're the Philadelphia Eagles. Staring down the opportunity to have really clamped up 2 dynasties in their attempts to do something no one else has ever done. Though the Patriots, 2010s dynasty was a little bit, I don't know. It's not the same as what the Chiefs had, but again, you can kind of look at it like, hey, the Eagles did prevent a three-peat, and could they do it again? That I'm not too sure of. That's what we're going to talk about. But before we do, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Make sure you drop some comments down below. What's your picks for the Super Bowl? What do you think? Who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's all rigged so it doesn't matter? Whatever your thoughts are, just let me know down below, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And then I respond to most comments that I get. So, and then likes help the channel out a lot, and subscribing does too. So hopefully you're able to do those things if you have a moment. If not, whatever. The comments are the big thing. The like is the big thing. So appreciate you if you can. Thank you. Anyway, back to the real stuff that matters. We had a great year of pick'em. We've only got 1 game left, so we're not going to hit 100 losses no matter what, because we've had a very good playoffs, going 9-3. We went 5-1 in the wild card, 3-1 in the divisional, and then 1-1 last week, giving us a 181-91 record overall. I think overall that puts us at 190 and 94, and so that means no matter what, I can't get over 100. So a great year for me overall. Go to the Super Bowl, right? That's the thing everyone's here to listen to. That's what you guys are after. But hey, first and foremost, thank you for a fun year of pick'em. This was a great season. Everybody had fun making their picks, doing their thing. Who's gonna win? Who's not gonna win? Who's whatever thoughts you had. It was fun to read them. It was fun to play pick'em with everybody. I hope everyone had fun. We'll be doing this again next year. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for all the likes, all the comments. It's helped the channel out tremendously. But here's what we've all been waiting for, what we've been doing week after week of pick'ems, the things we started all the way back in August. Here we are now in February, and yeah, the season blew by, and now we're at the Super Bowl. Next year, it'll be like the big 6-0. But first, I guess we should get into my pick. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be when kickoff happens, right around that time, probably more like 6:45. The Kansas City Chiefs, as we talk about, will be playing the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles look to be the home team. The Chiefs are favored by 1.5 points with an over-under of 48.5. And both teams have gone undefeated this playoffs, obviously. And then they have very good seasons, very similar regular seasons. And so we're left with here. I predict the three-peat. Just feels inevitable. There's like a sinking feeling of inevitability that sort of comes along with the way I'm thinking about this game. Every way I break this down, it kind of like feels like it leans towards the Chiefs. When I think about like the just raw matchups without like going too far into depth, the Chiefs they win the coaching advantage, right? Like you take Andy Reid over Sirianni, like Andy Reid's crew over Sirianni's crew. So I'm going to go ahead and give the Chiefs like the big +1 in coaching. Defenses feel kind of washy. Whereas like the Chiefs have a very good defense, Eagles have a very good defense. I feel like both teams kind of run off having a very good defense, playing very good defense, and letting their offense do what they got to do to win the game. So kind of feels like a wash in terms like they're both very good at defense. And then you look at the two offenses, whereas it feels like the Eagles have a more explosive, dangerous offense. It feels like it's very predicated on if Saquon Barkley's running, they'll win the game. But if somehow the Chiefs are able to kind of slow that down and force it all onto Hurts, we can't be so sure that Hurts is going to have like that standout game that he usually performs. He's usually very good, but every so often when the game comes squarely on the shoulders of Jalen Hurts, he doesn't really make those plays. And you have to imagine this is going to be a pretty close game with defenses all over it. And to me, it comes down to like, do you trust Mahomes late in the game with the ball, or do you trust Jalen Hurts late in the game with the ball? Who do you think is going to be like the guy to make something happen in this game when it's close, when it's late, when it's clutch? You probably lean Mahomes. You've seen him do it a couple times in this stage, in big stages throughout his entire career. Only really falling to the Patriots and Tom Brady and then Joe Burrow. It's literally three guys, Brady and Burrow. Two guys, three teams. So you know what I mean? Whereas like with the Eagles, we've seen like a really good Eagles team last year kind of get eliminated. We've seen them lose to the Chiefs before. So again, there's pretty similar coaching staff that the Eagles have lost to here. However, there are ways that I could see like the Eagles taking this game. One of the interesting things about the Chiefs is a lot of their offense comes from behind the line of scrimmage. They're one of Mahomes and company and Andy Reid. They scheme things up. They throw a lot behind the line of scrimmage. And again, I'm not using this as like an attack. However your offense works is how your offense works. Andy Reid knows what he's doing. And that's particularly why the Chiefs never really blow anybody out, or they don't really run the score up, and they don't really score over 30. A lot of their offense is designed at short plays that keep your offense on the field and move the ball kind of like 3-4 yards at a time, starting behind the line of scrimmage, hoping something opens up and you can get going. However, Chiefs move the ball very effectively, efficiently. One thing the Eagles do on defense, though, is apparently at plays, it's something like the Eagles defense is one of the nastiest defenses maybe in league history at stopping plays that occur behind the line of scrimmage. So if your offense is always kind of starting behind the line of scrimmage against the Chiefs or against the Eagles, one thing that defense does, because it's very quick, it's very young, kind of explodes to the ball, is it doesn't really let like screen plays happen, like those little yak plays that the Chiefs are very famous for. So again, there is like a pretty clear path for the Eagles to try to steal this game, kind of suppress those short throws, hope you don't get beat, with the Chiefs deciding to go downfield, hope that you can rattle Mahomes a little bit, which isn't exactly easy. Try to like look up whatever the hell the Buccaneers did on defense that day and try to replicate that to a T. And that's pretty much how you can maybe get an upset here and stop a three-peat. But again, it's going to be very dependent on if the Chiefs are operating that like behind the line of scrimmage, very heavily yard after catch offense that they have, or are they going to be like shooting it downfield, knowing the Eagles are kind of like this dynamo defense, especially at like the short screen plays, the throws behind the line of scrimmage. You have to imagine that the Eagles are all over that, or like the Chiefs also know that the Eagles are all over those kind of plays. So hopefully Andy Reid, a very smart play caller and a very smart play designer, is designing things to go downfield and fake shorts. So that's kind of where my brain is on this. It's like, while I think the Eagles have a very good response to what the Chiefs usually do on offense because of Andy Reid and the coaching situation being so much better than the Eagles, I almost know that the Eagles are preparing for that kind of offensive attack, and they're good for it. And if the Chiefs do that, the Eagles will probably win the game. However, if the Chiefs come out here and they're just downing it down the field, and the Eagles are playing this like weird like scramble to the ball behind the line of scrimmage offense, like kind of like cheating on it, then they could lose pretty badly in this, right? Like a couple fakes on a screen, and then you have a guy wide open because they aggressively come in on that, and then all of a sudden, there's like Xavier Worthy wide open downfield, or Kelsey, or one of their other tight ends. So you see where the complication comes in. And I just think that because of the coaching, the Chiefs are going to be prepared for the Eagles, what they do well on defense, change their offense a little bit, and kind of win the game off something like that. However, I don't know. Maybe the Chiefs don't do that. I don't know. That's kind of where my head is. It's like, I know what the Eagles do well on defense. I know that the Chiefs' way of primarily moving the ball this year falls right into the Eagles' trap, so they have to be changing it. There's no way Reid just runs that offense. So that's why I got the Chiefs. The coaching advantage. I trust Mahomes way more than Jalen Hurts. I'm pro history, by the way. Like, as much as I don't want my I don't like to see Tom Brady's legacy get challenged. It's only 4 Super Bowls, and like if Mahomes passes Tom, that's cool. That means football's in a good shape. Ultimately, you never want to see your sport have unbreakable records, because to an extent you could argue, then what's the point of playing that sport anymore? Like for Gretzky, it's like that Ovechkin guy might pass him up here pretty soon, but he's still in like second because Gretzky has like 1,000 like more points than anybody. You know, it's like, how do you even like what's the point of playing hockey? They've had their greatest player. And in football, you don't want to see that. You want to see records get broken. You want to see Mahomes get 8 Super Bowls, win 3 in a row, win 4 in a row. Hopefully not, though. Again, I don't hate greatness. I don't hate history. So congrats if the Chiefs can pull it off. We're slightly hoping so, because it's also, I don't really like the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't like this game. Boo to this whole thing. We could have had, if the NFL really does rig it, the Lions would be playing in this game. Let's be very honest. Like, that's my main takeaway, is like, this game's, the tickets prices are down for this. They're like, everything is down for this. Where Kansas City, Detroit sets records. So why would they have rigged it like this? Well, that's my picks and my thoughts around this game. I hope you enjoyed the little video here. Had a good chuckle, maybe learned a thing or two, maybe some things you want to look further into. Yeah, that's my picks, my predictions for this game. I like the Chiefs. I like the 3-peat probability. And yeah, that's about that. I appreciate y'all for listening all year. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you've learned something. Maybe you had a good year picking with me. Maybe you didn't. And maybe next year will be better. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day, night, morning, mid-afternoon, mid-evening, mid-afternoon, that time between like 3 and 4, and a very good off season. We'll be in contact talking football on streams. We'll be talking football throughout the off season, just random times. Videos will come out on big things, like whatever I want to talk about. Yeah, stay tuned. We have a lot coming up, plus baseball, you know, lots of baseball streams. Woo! All right, see you guys. Have a good one. Peace out. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, it's always go Patriots. And yeah, sad day. It's all over.